What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing today? I'm just checking in. I haven't been on here in a minute. Just uploaded some shorts yesterday, one short. But I thought I'd come on with the story time today. Most likely, the characters in this story time are gang stalkers. So let's just get that out the way. But it's still people that we socialize. You socialize with people day to day, and the majority of them may be a gang stalker. So let's get into this story time. Um, I have been in different forms of the industry, whether it comes to being in a movie, being in commercials, and runway, which I try to get into, but I did print and a lot of local runway shows, and now in radio. So just putting that out there so you know a little bit of my background, a little more of my background. I have met people along the way who have wanted to break into the business, so to speak. And so this weekend, it I think it was even before this weekend. It started this week where a young lady, and I know her character, she is all about the spotlight. It's just that's just her. Okay. I think because I really haven't really truly hung out with her, she's come up to the radio station a couple of times because she's won some giveaways and things like that. But I just get a narcissistic trait. I'm not saying the woman is a narcissist, but she gives very much that vibe. Okay. And so this week she was blowing up my phone, sending me videos of her traveling to Los Angeles and to what just passed Mardi Gras. So she was in New Orleans, and just blowing on my phone, and I was talking to her. And so this is her thing. She wants to be a host, and so on and so forth. So I had a gig yesterday, a promotional job for a venue. So I had to go out there with the radio van and do that production. So I get home and I'm relaxing and I'm on social media and I see a message come through one of my social medias accounts. And this young man is asking for people to come down to the comedy lounge because he needs people because Netflix is there filming, and he's a local comedian, but they were bringing people also to perform in this Netflix filming. And so, knowing her, I tagged her in the post and I called her. I said, "Look, so and so, get down to the comedy lounge because Netflix is down there and they're filming." And she said, "Oh my God, okay." So she's excited. I hang up the phone. Mind you, I had did a whole day work of promotion with my media company. So I was ready to relax. So she calls me back and she says, "Okay, I'm in the car. I'm on my way. Are you dressed? Are you on your way?" I had no plans on going to be filmed on this Netflix show because I've been there, done that. That excitement for me has passed. But I give it to people who have never experienced, you know, being on set, being in a film. It's their first time, whatever. I get it. So she was like, "No, no, come on, put on some clothes and come." So luckily, my hair wasn't a hot mess. I put something on. And so I get in the car and I'm headed down to the event. And well, not the event, the filming of an event, a comedy show. And so I'm texting her, I'm saying, "What's going on?" She's not responding to the text. And because I don't want to drive all the way down just for her or everything to be done. And so then I get there and it's packed full of people. I get inside and I have my business card because I'm always about business. I'm like, okay, we're gonna get this, some publicity on the station or whatever. So I walk in and there's I guess the greeter, half bodyguard. I don't know what he was. He was standing at the door, and I was like, "Yes, I'm here to." He said, "What table?" I said, "Oh yes, I'm here to see so and so, this person. She has a table for us." And he was like, "Oh yeah, she did come in, but somebody's at the table." So this is up in the VIP section of this comedy lounge. So he says, "Follow me," and I gave him one of my business cards. And so VIP is packed. They already started filming. This is the this is the trip about people and chasing clout. Um, so he's looking around. He's steadily trying to find me a seat. It's two ladies sitting in VIP, and they're right on the side of the cameraman. And I see this person that I told about the filming of the show. I see her sitting right in front of the stage, but she's sitting behind the camera's behind her. So all they're really catching is her head. So this two women were like, let her sit here, let her sit here. And he was like, oh yes, thank you, thank you. So I get on stage because the VIP is like it's elevated, so you have to step up. And so I sit down. Now I'm on the side of the camera, and I filmed before. I know about blocking and all of this, right? So when let me backtrack. When I was calling her as I was pulling up, or right before I pulled up, she answers the phone. And I could hear the laughing, because somebody's on stage. I didn't know who it was. The laughing. She let the phone stay on for a little bit. Then she hangs up. Okay. And I'm like, let me just go in anyway. So, anyway, we're back up to I'm in the building. I'm up in the VIP. I'm sitting a little bit behind her. And it's not totally dark in here because they're filming. So they have this bright light, from the TV cameras. So they're doing their skits and everything, and it was a good show. Every time the camera went around, it kept catching where I was sitting. It kept catching. And he would turn the camera, and the camera would film me and the ladies that I was sitting at the table with. And it caught her a couple of times only because she stood up when a comedian had said something to her, but it was catching the back of her, right? And so then they did a break. Do you know this woman got up to go to the bathroom, turned around and saw me, walk smooth past me, walked down the stairs and went to the bathroom, came up, walked again to her seat, never said, oh, hey, Nicole, you made it. Oh, okay. I'm glad you found a seat. Something, you know what I'm saying? Not address me at all. I said, oh, okay. When Maya Angelou says, when a person shows you who they are, believe it. Now, I said I never really hung out with her. Done a couple events, invited her to an event. She won tickets at the radio station before. And I met this type of spirit, I'm going to say, before. I'm going to tell you regarding another young lady I had this experience with early on when I was filming, doing more commercials and film. So I said, oh, really? So she's just walking past. She just wants to play the game. Like, some people they just get, I don't know. Let me say uppity. When they get around a certain level of a people, a prestige, they feel themselves and they soon forget who they are. And that's and I think about this often. I say that's why the Most High doesn't give everybody fame and fortune, because some people, just a glimmer of it changes their whole personality, or not changes their personality, but it amplifies that demon, that 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 seed within them. It amplifies it, you see. So that little bit of clout from Netflix being at this comedy show that she would have never known about had I not posted it, tagged her in social media, and I literally picked up the phone and called her to let her know that Netflix was in town filming and to get down there. And she asked me to come. Those days for me going and filming and all of that are over. I don't get excited about that anymore because I've been there, done that. I only went because she asked me to come. But she actually had a friend with her, did not tell me that. And it was a VIP. It's either two seaters or three. I think it's three or four. And so she had somebody already sitting in the seat beside her. I said, okay. The show was over. I knew a local singer that was in the building. So I walked to the local singer, spoke to her. I knew the comedians, majority of them, the owners of the building. I did my rounds. She saw me the whole time. I never went over to speak to her. And y'all might think that this is wrong, but I don't. You can leave how you feel in the comments because, see, she saw me the whole time within the venue. After the venue, I don't stick around. I leave, you see, um, because I'm not chasing anything anymore. Only thing I'm chasing is trying to get to the kingdom. Okay, I leave. This morning, my phone is blowing up. She's calling me. I look at my phone, and like some of you, most of you may do, you see who's on that caller ID. I proceed to lay back down and go back to sleep. All day today, yeah, she's been texting me saying, oh, she couldn't use her phone in the venue because they wouldn't allow the phones in the venue. Now, mind you, she answered the phone when I called her just to let me hear that she was in there and the comedy show had started. She seen me. Guys, when I say I was right behind her and she walked right past me, it's not like she doesn't know me. She, even when I did that remote earlier today, yesterday, she was liking the post that I had to post on social media regarding the remote. So this woman is not unfamiliar with me. It wasn't totally dark in this venue because they're filming a TV show. Well, it's not TV, it's Netflix. Y'all know what Netflix is. Okay. So, but she walks past me because she's feeling herself. That's a better word. She was feeling herself in the venue. She thought she had arrived, you know what I'm saying, in some way. And so this today, blowing up my phone, hit me up with instant messenger on Facebook. Then she sent on Facebook a message with a picture of us when she came up to the radio station to my office. We had took some pictures. Just, putting a picture with my name. If you all know about Facebook, if you tag somebody, it'll send the message to you. So I look and I'm like, what? Okay. I'm not responding to her because, see, when you burn your bridges with me, that's just it. That's it. I don't have time for people who are clout chasers and and just I guess, how can I say this? They can be clout chasers. I don't care because that's on them. Okay, that's however they handle themselves. But totally be dismissive of someone who's trying to help you and who helped you even know about the information, get into the venue, and now it's over and you're not in Hollywood. Now you're trying to blow me up the next day. It does not work like that, baby girl. You see? And when people blow their cover, I let them lie where they lie. No, I will never tell you about another event. I will never put you on again. Because if you treated somebody who tried to put you on to something so simple, and she was asking me to help her get, she wants to be a host. Basically she wants my spot. What is that? What was that movie? You want my spot? I think it was 5 Heartbeats, or I can't remember the movie. You can't. Well, anyway, that's basically what she wants. But you don't dog out people who try to help you get to what you want, you know? And so I was saying, I haven't responded to her. The last thing she just did was on TikTok sending me a direct message. Now, if y'all feel different, that I'm being, cold hearted in some way, not responding back to her, let me know. Because I love feedback. I love to be, have some good critiques, when it comes to dealing with people, because sometimes we can be harsh on one another. And I'm dealing with her in this fashion because, like I said, I've met this type of spirit in people before. When I was doing a lot of commercials and filming, I had a friend who, so-called friend, just say so-called because she's not a friend anymore, associate, none of that. But she wanted to get into filming. And I had got booked for a film called Deliverance Creek. And this film was about slavery. Okay, it was a slavery movie, a reenactment. And oh my goodness, first sidebar. This was a reenactment movie of slavery. So we were in original garments. We had to go um, to what is it called? Makeup and makeup and garments. It's something else it's called, but I can't. It's eluding me right now. So these clothes, my goodness, I do not know how slaves did it, because back then everything was 100% cotton. Okay, it's not like clothing nowadays where you got all these light linens and you like, no. So and then there was petticoats, and so we dressed in all that, and I'm in Texas where this movie was filmed. I just have to give you this information. I got to tell you, my ancestors were some strong folks, because I was burning up and the clothing was so heavy. And I'm thinking to myself, as I have this garment on, how did they walk and move around in this heavy, heavy garments? But anyway, that was just a sidebar. I'm in this movie. My friend is like, well, get me on. Okay. And I'm not going to call her a clout chaser, because people just, then that, because that's a new term, but people chase their dreams, or they feel like if you can get them in and you're their friend, help me out. And that's the type of person I am. I get her into the movie, onto set. Now, when you're on a movie set, there's certain terms that they use, like they'll say back to one. If you've never been on a movie set, you don't know what back to one means. There's just certain angles, and they tell you how they want you to position yourself if you're playing background, if you are the lead, or if you are partial lead, or if you just have speaking roles. All of these, things make a difference. And there, it's a long day when you film a movie or even a commercial or a TV show. These are like 12-hour plus days. So, first of all, I get my friend. We drive down in the middle of the night because we have to be there at the crack of dawn. When we get on set, we get our clothing, go to wardrobe. That's what it is. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Makeup, wardrobe. So we're on set, and so I'm trying to give her, information about back to one, so she'll know some different terminologies that are used on set. The way this woman looked at me, as if she knew, or if I mean, she looked at me like I was just the lowest of the low, and started walking and prancing across the set, and the director actually yelled at her and told her, ma'am, you need to go back over there. And I had just told her, don't move around willy-nilly on set. You are told where to go. And I did that a couple of times, and she would rather listen to people that wasn't telling her the right thing, or and just totally blowing me off on set. When I seen that type of spirit in her, that type of I'm here now, you can't tell me what to do, you can't inform me, and I wasn't informing her in a negative way. I'm here, I put you on, and I'm just trying to give you more of the skills and the communications that you would need to kind of navigate. But they get these type of spirits get in their heads that they already know it all, and as soon as you crack that door, they look behind themselves at you, and some of them are ready to slam the door close because you simply opened it up. But they don't realize they just made it to the lounge, to the lobby. They haven't made it all the way to the director's office and on set themselves. And it's sad. And so, no, I won't be returning her phone calls because she knows that she messed up. Because there's many more opportunities that I always know about. But these are the type of people, and I can't say people because we know we're dealing with spirits that are just inhabiting people, whether they be good or bad. But the discernment that you have to, know, build up within yourself if you're in any type of industry, whether it be music, film, whatever. Even in your corporate lifestyles or day to day jobs, you just have to discern people. I mean, you could be working at a McDonald's and people will use you to get over you. I worked at what was it, customer service on Fort Hood, and an Asian lady came to me because we were always getting new people, and she had showed me different tricks and trades of working within customer service. And she says, when people come to you, don't always tell them everything you know. And I'm glad I listened to her. I don't tell everybody everything that I know. Either they'll try to use it against you, or they will get that information and totally push you aside and twist things against you. So, people who do that clout chasing, and like I said, it's nothing wrong with that. It's just what type of spirit is truly in the person, and can they handle it? Because the Most High, He doesn't make everybody rich. He doesn't make everybody a king or a queen. And there's a reason for that. Hello, Tony. How you doing? Ooh, look at that picture. I love it. How are you doing? So, just on here talking about this week and this weekend. And I just find it funny how people will cut off their nose to spite their face, something like that. They hurt themselves before they even get started. And then when they realize it, they think that some people are so foolish to take them back in, to let them hurt them again. Shame on you when you get bitten by that same snake twice. All right, guys. I was just on here with a little story time and checking in. And I'm out, and much, much love.